G'day and welcome back. Yeah. Now today we're going to be continuing our restoration videos here on the Mazda Eunos Roadster. And it has been a while since I've uploaded some videos, but life and stuff have gotten away like normal. But anyway, our final push is here and it's going to be done pretty easy. Now these are a range of jobs I've got to do on this car. Not many, but it's going to improve it quite a bit. Now first of all, when I installed the exhaust a while ago, I didn't realise that I had an exhaust leak up the top here on the manifold or the gasket, whatever it is. But it's old, it's crusty, and it has to go. So we're going to be doing the manifold and downpipe. While we're doing that, we're going to be doing the cooling system, upgrading it to an aluminium radiator with all new pipes and clamps and who knows what to go with it. While we're down here, we're going to be changing all the drive belts and a new alternator while we're there. And then after all that's done, we're going to be taking the rocker cover gasket off, putting new gaskets on that, and repainting this as well and detailing up the engine bay so it looks a bit snazzy. But anyway, so stay tuned for all these videos. So today let's get on with it and start taking it apart. Right, so jumping into the cooling system, I've taken the under tray off and we're going to be emptying the cooling system of all of the bits and pieces, disconnecting the wires here, undoing the hoses, taking it all out, doing all the heater hoses and all that stuff here today. While we're letting this soak, and I might have to drill those holes out like I said to get that guard off, but for now we're just going to keep putting penetrating fluid on it to see. Anyway, I'm going to drain this out and take it out and I'll get back to you later. Right, here we go. We've undone all our hoses, electrical bits and bobs and air conditioning pipes. So now time for lift off. Just a bit of a shuffle and a shuffle. And it will all come out like that. There we go. One OEM radiator. Alright, so let's continue, shall we? Right, there we go. We have this nice big gaping hole here for a brand new rad. And as you can see, you know, it's not looking too bad down there, I guess. But this alternator is very rusty, as you see. Well, quite weirdly, I think it's the original alternator on this car. And to be honest, touch wood, it still perfectly charges everything. So, you know, I got to give credit to where credit's due on that one. But anyway, you might say, why am I replacing it for charges? Okay. Well, here's the issue. Again, it's been here for quite some time. And who knows how much longer it's going to last for. So while the going is good, I want to put a fresh new one in, but keep that for a really good spare one. So yeah, we're just going to undo all these belts, get these off, get all these old tube radiator hoses off. Right, as you can see, we've undone all the loosening bolts and big bolts down the bottom there, and the alternator's about to come out, and so all these belts as well. Now, you might have noticed here that some silly fool in the past has put this cooling hose through the belt instead of coming around the back of the belt where the original one used to go. And by doing that, you can't get the belts off. Bit stupid, I think, but anyway, we're going to yank them all off now and hey, see what we get. So let's get on with it. Now these ones you've got to be very, very careful of because they've been on there so long and all the corrosion. Okay, so I'm just going to loosen them all off a bit. Obviously someone has put this one on here many years ago. Now I may have to cut this one off to save breaking this. I could be wrong, but what we've got though is a whole new kit to go on, so let's show you. As you can see, a brand new silicone radiator hose kit I got here from MX5heaven.co.uk. Comes with all the fitting kits and all the bits and pieces you need, and I've got an extra extender pipe over there to fit a new water temperature gauge. Now before I cut any hoses off, I'm going to see where these hoses go, so let's get back to it. Alright, we've come this far here. So, now I've just done the alternator. As you see here, brand shiny new, and the belts. Now, when you're doing up the belts, you don't want to over tighten them or under tighten them. If you under tighten them, it won't charge. If you over tighten them, you've got a chance of breaking your water pump. And I've done that in the past before, where it's been super tight and it has broken the aluminium off the water pump. So give it a bit of a play. So it's got to have some type of play in it like that. That's good. You know, not too tight, not too loose. So just make sure all your bolts are tightened up and you're right to go. So let's move on to the next step. Well, as you can see, we're making progress here. We've got the alternator in, we've got the new blue water cooling lines in there. Even though they didn't fit 100%, even though it was from an MX5 specialist, some of them were just a little bit too long, and I had to trim a little bit for them to get in there. And ones like this one was not an easy one. But the rest of them went on okay, you know. I mean, that's the thing with these things, you're going to have to fiddle around with them, all these aftermarket parts, you know, just to see if they all fit. But there's one I couldn't get, which is this one here, which is right underneath the engine, and to be honest, where they put the actual clip to go onto, it's not in an easy way to get it, but you ain't gonna even see it. But anyway, we're gonna time for some lunch and put the radiator in. See you soon. Okay, we're back after lunch and we're gonna continue this. Now we're up to the hardest part of this redoing this plumbing, is the heater system. Because as we know, these are copper pipes in here and they bend really easy. So to get access to this one here, which is the real pain in the butt, I'm going to have to take the coil pack off and this water bottle so I can get a little bit more access, because I do want to change them, as they have been on there for a century or two. Right, we've finally got the heater hoses off, and to be honest, it will be the hardest job you'll ever do doing these hoses here, as you can see. Now that one back there was the hardest to get off. So apart from that, that's the hardest one you'll ever do. And again, be careful, these are copper, they're very soft, and they can leak round there. But they're off now, so we're going to clean up a little bit and insert them, and then we're going to drop the radiator in. Now I'm just about to install these heater hoses, but I have come across another issue. Again, these parts are from MX5 Heaven. .co.uk, and they don't actually match up, because that's supposed to go in like that. Okay, now the problem there, as you can see, is hitting the dipstick. Even when that's in, it's going to be a very tight fit, but it's out of plumb, because if that goes to the flywall, that's over that side too far, so it has to bend like that. So it's not really, yeah, it doesn't fit, so I'm gonna have to make it fit. So anyway, I'll be back in a minute, and just to let you know, you got to check these silicone hoses before you install them, because if they don't fit, you're gonna have to either make them fit or get new ones. Alright, there we go. As you can see it, now with a bit of perseveration, you got to persevere with those heater hoses. But also, when you reinstall them, make sure that they are sealed, because if you're going to have a leak, that's the place where you're going to have it. So as you can see, all pipes are on except for the top pipe there, and everything else. So all I've got to do is adjust this belt and put the radiator in, and we'll be done with the cooling system. Here we go, the brand new radiator right there. Isn't she shiny? Bling bling. That's going to be replacing the old ancient cooling system. So we just got to change some stuff over, put it onto the rad, and locked it in. And we're back with the finished product of the cooling system. As you see, nice shiny new radiator, nice blue hoses, and a bit of red there. But that's only the beginning, and we're still trying to get that heat shield off the exhaust there, so I can put the shiny one on. But anyway, all the belts are on, and we've got the alternator on. Everything's all tightened up, ready to go for some water. So that's the next step, but for now, that's the end of this one. Oh, before we go, as you see, I've put this in here for the new temperature gauge. You can buy these for literally next to nothing on eBay, but they do look quite good. But it also gives you another reading inside with another gift. But anyway. Alright, there we go. After day one, we are now finished our cooling system upgrade, and it looks very snazzy, doesn't it? All new pipes, all new radiator, all new everything, yeah. Now I've just filled it up, tested the fans, they work very well, and I'm hoping now I've got all the air out of the system, so it all runs well. Now, yeah, it's on to the next step, which is the exhaust, which is for another video. So anyway, stay tuned for more restoration MX5 Roadster. Bye for now.